if you close your eyes.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of FIFA Battle, where today we have got Mane and Walcott, which was the top comment in the last episode of FIFA Battle, as you can see. But today I want you guys to choose again who you want to see in the next episode of FIFA Battle. So the top comment with the most thumbs up will be the one that we do in the next episode of FIFA Battle. So make sure you go and leave a comment, and make sure you go and thumb up a one that you'd like to see in the next episode of FIFA Battle. But today we've got Mane and Walcott. This inform Mane is currently going for 310,000 coins on Xbox, whereas this Walcott's for 130k. Both got 3-star weak foots, which is not ideal. You know, I think 4-star really is the minimum you need on a player, but 3-star is not the end of the world. Mane has the edge with 4-star skills, although 3-star skills is not the end of the world as well. High medium for Mane, medium for Walcott. Probably better work rates for Mane, and they're both relatively the same height. Traits on Mane: tries to beat defensive line, selfish, which is not the best trait to have, flair and technical dribbler. He's also got speedster, dribbler and acrobat as specialities. And Walcott has got a lot of traits: injury prone, which is not brilliant, tries to beat defensive line, finesse shot, speed dribbler and takes finesse style free kicks. He's also got speedster, dribbler and acrobat as his specialities. So relatively similar players here. You can see their card stats as well, quite similar. Mane just has a huge edge on physical, but pretty even going into the gameplay. And this is the team that I did build and I'm using for this FIFA Battle. A lot of you guys said you want to see the teams, and this is the team I've got. So we've got De Gea in goal, Alonso, Smalling, who I've got as an untradeable, Otamendi and Kyle Walker, who I've also got as an untradeable as well, Henderson, Gueye and Herrera as the midfield, and then the 88 Christian Eriksen, Walcott and Mane. Because I wanted to have a good cam. I actually used this Eriksen anyway. I wanted to have a good cam, so then I could really test these two and really have somebody who can play some really good key passes through and give them some chances. I was also playing in Division 1 at the time, so it's going to be some really tough games. So let's go into the gameplay and see how they played. So as I go into the gameplay, this is actually the first game and the only game we play in Division 1, and the reason why was simply because after this game, you'll see when we get 3-0 up, as the dogs keep barking, not mine, but we actually scored a really nice free kick there with Eriksen after Walcott did some great dribbling and won the free kick. But we actually got 3-0 up in this game, and then it decided to disconnect me. Really great goal there from Mane. It absolutely sold him with the skill move. And then another goal for Eriksen. But you know, these two played brilliantly up front. Like, genuinely, they worked really well. You know, I think that's one thing that I'm struggling at the minute with my team. I'm trying to find a striker that I like, and I actually really did like this Walcott. You see really nice dribbling there from Walcott, and I think that was Henderson there that got the goal. And you can see here is where we do get disconnected. 3-0 up. Basically, if I won that game, I stayed in Division 1. Unfortunately, because it decided to disconnect me, I ended up getting relegated into Division 2. But as you see, we still played some absolutely beast teams. And you know, these two still caused mayhem. Mane and Walcott were really fun to play with. And as I said before, I'm really struggling to find a striker to play with at the minute. And actually playing these two up front together could be something I'd maybe be interested in trying out. I actually really enjoyed Walcott probably a little bit more than Mane. But you see a great goal here from Mane. Like, really amazing dribbling, you know, drag backs. And this is a brilliant finish from Walcott. I don't know how he finishes that, but he somehow manages to finish that. But especially that Walcott up front really felt really good up front. You know, he really just always seemed to get in behind a lot. But he seemed to get in. I know they've both got tried to beat defensive line work rates and traits, sorry, but Walcott seemed to get in behind a lot more than Mane. He seemed to make a lot more runs. As you'll see with this goal here, he really gets on the shoulder of the fullback and is able to just get a bit of space and finish it off. And I came into that position a lot more with Walcott than I did with Mane. Mane was good, not great. Walcott was fantastic. Really did enjoy him. Mane does get the final goal of this episode. So let's go and see who won this FIFA battle. So guys, there it is. Really tough FIFA battle to call. Two very similar type players. It was really tough one to call. You can see with the stats, both played 5 games. It was Walcott that came out on top, scoring 8 goals as opposed to Mane's 5. Obviously playing them both up front, you know, that's where, if I was buying these two, or either of them, if I was buying Mane, I'd play him maybe a 4-3-2-1 and put him at striker in that 4-3-1-2, and the same with Walcott. I think they'd both do better at striker than at wing. That's just my personal opinion. That's what I would do with them, which is what I did. 6 assists for Mane, whereas Walcott only got 3. I think maybe that edge in passing for Mane maybe helped out Theo Walcott, maybe helped him out a bit more than Walcott. Both got exactly the same rating, but I'm going to give the win to Theo Walcott. I just preferred Walcott. You see by some of the runs he made in some of those games, and I just felt that when I used him, he felt a lot better. You know, he actually felt like he got on the shoulder of defenders, and I was able to then utilise his pace, whereas Mane didn't really do that. You know, he kind of got in between like the centre back and a full back, and you're waiting for him to then make the run. As you saw with Walcott, he triggered a run, and Mane would never do it. You know, so then you try and force the ball through, and then it would just go out of play, or he just wouldn't run to it, or the defender would intercept it, and it was frustrating at times with Mane. But Walcott was very pleasing on the eye, and I actually thought Walcott probably had better finishing as well when I was using him. So Walcott is going to take the win on this FIFA battle, maybe surprisingly for some people, but not for me. I might be interested in that with Theo Walcott actually, maybe buy Alexis Sanchez at striker. Maybe that's something to try out if I played with Walcott and like him. But as always guys, you can vote up in the comments which players you want to see in the next episode of FIFA Battle. As always, the top comment will be the one that we do, so make sure you go and thumb up a comment that you enjoy and want to see in the next episode of FIFA Battle. Make sure you leave a like on the video if you enjoy, make sure you subscribe as well if you are new to the channel. That's all today. Have an awesome day. I'm out.
Something